My friends, this is my last convention as your Lieutenant Governor. And I want you to know that it has been a tremendous honor and privilege for both myself and my family to serve and represent you, the people of Hawaii, and Governor Lingo for the last 7+ years. Speaking of my family, I would like to recognize my wife Vivian, standing to the next of me. She's been a great partner, believe me, and I couldn't have done it without her and the rest of the supporting staff. And I have 3 of them here. First and foremost, my oldest son, Makana. The splitting image of her mother. The personality of her father. I won't tell you her nickname, our daughter, Ohulani. Our third child is away right now. I believe he's in the middle of his finals, at least that's what he told me. He's up at Chapman University right now, and that's our boy, Kulia Aiona. And last but not least, the baby of the family, and as Viv says so lovingly, when we started in public office about 7+ years ago, Kaimi was about 10, 11 years old. And she had, as Vivian said, these fat cheeks. Well, I want you to know that today is her 18th birthday. You know, you gotta have some love to spend your 18th birthday with your dad on stage at a political event, especially when she's got 2 weeks before graduation from Mariano High School. Our loving daughter, Aiona. I couldn't have done it without them. But next year, with your continued support, hard work, and vote, I will return to this convention floor as the next governor of this great state. Now, before I go any further, I would like to extend a very special thank you, mahalo, to former Democratic State Senator David Matsuura for his kind and humbling introduction. David, I want you to know that I am so grateful for your support and endorsement of our gubernatorial campaign. It certainly took a lot of courage for David to come up here get in front of a room full of die-hard Republicans. But you know, it took even more courage for David to stand up for what he believes is right. You know, David wants what we all want deep in our hearts, and that is what is best for Hawaii. But like David, we have to be willing to stand up for our beliefs and to ensure a brighter future for our state. As I meet with families and small business owners and concerned citizens across the state, I have seen firsthand the innovative spirit and can-do attitude that defines Hawaii from within. It is in moments like these that I am reaffirmed in my belief that our best days still lie ahead. However, in private conversations and whispers amongst friends, I have seen a troubling undercurrent that has the potential to cripple our government and hold our people back over the long term. Many people across our state, whether they are in business community, political circles, or areas dependent in part on government support are afraid. They are afraid for their jobs and afraid for their families if they come out and publicly support a Republican for governor. Now these are good, upstanding people who are afraid of facing retribution for standing up to the political machine that has dominated Hawaii elections for decades. But you and I, we know that this is old news. We faced these fears in the past, and we overcame them in 2002 to give Hawaii a new beginning. And we came back in 2006 to push past them once again and move Hawaii forward. This system, based on fear and intimidation, is not something we can allow to remain and fester. It is something that we must overcome. And we must climb that hill again. And I want to remind you that it's not going to be easy. But fortunately, we're not alone. We have each other, our families, our friends, and communities. We have our party and independent-minded voters who want a balanced, efficient, accountable government. In short, we have the collective will of the people, and our time has come. Over a year ago, I stood before you at the state convention on Hawaii Island. At the time, our party was still reeling from a bitter defeat at the polls, and we were going through a process of self-evaluation. When I spoke to the delegates, I refuted the claim that we needed to be more like Democrats to win elections. It was my contention that we'd gotten away from our core principles and values, and that if we stuck to these time-tested values of limited, more efficient government, lower taxes, and more personal freedom, we could and we would win more elections in Hawaii. We just needed to be patient as we waited for the next swell that we were going to ride all the way to shore on our next election day. Well, my friends, that swell has been taking shape ever since. The wave began in Washington, D.C. in response to the out-of-control spending, government bailouts, and a political party that lost its way. It grew